What if I told you that some of the world's biggest companies, worth billions, were built by associates with no venture capital at all? No Sand Hill Road, no fancy boardrooms, no big money investors breathing down their necks, just raw grit, stubborn vision, and a bank account on life support. But here's the kicker. These founders didn't just survive, they crushed the odds, outsmarted powerful competitors, and rewrote the startup rulebook. Today we pull back the curtain on SAO, 7 bootstrapped legends, who went from zero to millions, sometimes billions, without giving up a single slice of equity. From shocking betrayals to hidden playbooks, get ready for WARD, the real startup war stories no VC will ever tell you. 1. Basecamp. The rebel coders versus the funding frenzy. It's 1999. The dot-com bubble is at full roar. Venture capitalists are handing out million-dollar checks like candy. Jason Fried, Carlos Segura, and Ernest Kim of 37 Signals are drowning in client chaos, missed emails, endless threads, broken timelines. Their answer? A quiet side project called Basecamp, but investors circle like sharks. Take the money, scale fast, dominate now, they insist. Basecamp replies with a simple, rebellious no. VCs mock them. Competitors brag about their massive burn rates. A journalist sneers, they'll never grow without funding. Yet Basecamp stays profitable from day one, focusing on Oshui product quality and a fiercely loyal customer base. Every feature is built with care, every dollar reinvested. Emails later leaked from VC discussions show disbelief. How can they reject a $20 million term sheet? Are they crazy? Years later, those same VCs watch as Basecamp dominates project management software, powering millions of teams globally. Basecamp proves the unthinkable. Slow, profitable growth can beat blitzscaling. Jason Fried's book, Rework, becomes a manifesto for rebels everywhere. 2. MailChimp. The $12 billion email empire nobody funded. Fast forward to 2001. Ben Chestnut and Dan Kurtzius are broke, running a struggling web design shop. Their little side project for email marketing? Just a way to pay rent. But when small businesses go crazy for their tool, a brutal decision looms. Sell equity and sprint, or bootstrap and crawl. Investors flood their inbox. One even warns, without VC money, Gmail will eat you alive. Chestnut fires back. We'd rather serve small businesses than chase unicorn-thought fantasies. Instead, they reinvest every dollar, launch a freemium model, and watch user numbers explode, without a single outside investor. When internal docs surface showing MailChimp cleared hundreds of millions in profit while competitors bled cash, the startup world gasps. By 2020, MailChimp is valued at $12 billion. With 12 million users, and in 2021, Intuit cuts a jaw-dropping $12 billion check. Chestnut and Kurtzius walk away, richer than most VC-backed founders, still owning every share until the end. 3. Spanx. Sarah Blakely's billion-dollar underdog story. 2000. Atlanta. Sarah Blakely is selling fax machines door to door. With $5,000 in savings and zero fashion experience, she hacks off the feet of her pantyhose to create the first prototype of the Spanx. Manufacturer after manufacturer slams the door. Retail buyers laugh. Friends tell her to give up. Blakely refuses. She cold calls textile mills, drives overnight to pitch Neiman Marcus, and personally stuffs envelopes to celebrities. An internal Neiman Marcus memo later leaks. This product is strange but shows insane customer demand, worth testing immediately. Oprah features Spanx on her favorite things, sales skyrocket, and Sarah becomes the youngest self-made female billionaire. For years, she owns 100% of Spanx, proving that persistence and product-market magic can outmuscle any investor pitch deck. 4. Patagonia, the eco-warrior, who defied Wall Street. 1973. Yvon Chouinard, a dirtbag climber forging his own gear in a tin shed, dreams of a sustainable outdoor brand. But Wall Street hates his plan. Green business is charity. Scale fast or stay small forever. Chouinard doubles down on organic growth, fair trade, and environmental activism. Even running ads saying, "Don't buy this jacket." Industry insiders scoff, calling Patagonia a non-profit in disguise. Yet profits quietly climb past $1 billion a year. Decades later, Patagonia shocks the world again. Chouinard gives away the entire company. To fight climate change. Patagonia proves that mission-driven capitalism can conquer markets and consciences at the same time. 5. GoPro. Surf, sweat, and the camera. That conquered the world 2002. Nick Woodman straps a cheap camera to his surfboard and fails. Every shot blurry. Broke, but obsessed, he borrows money from his parents and sells beads from a van to fund a new idea. GoPro. Critics laugh. Who needs another camera brand? Sony and Canon own the market. But Woodman laser focuses on action sports junkies, not tourists. Soon, GoPro videos flood early YouTube, turning customers into viral marketers. Competitors panic as sales spike. In 2014, GoPro goes public with a $3 billion valuation, creating a new global lifestyle category. What began as a single surf trip mistake becomes an action camera empire, built without a VC lifeline. 6. Tough Mudder. Turning pain into a multi-million-dollar movement 2010. British ex-counterterrorism officer Will Dean has a crazy idea. A military-grade obstacle race designed not to finish, but to break you. With only $10,000. And a skeptical co-founder Guy Livingstone, they launch Tough Mudder. Fitness industry, pros call it reckless. Sponsors vanish. Insurance companies laugh. Yet their first event sells out, thanks to a viral Facebook strategy and a cult-like emphasis on teamwork. Within 2 years, Tough Mudder is in 30-plus countries, raking in millions and redefining endurance sports. Proof that community is greater than capital, and that suffering together can build an unstoppable brand. 7. GitHub. Coders versus the corporate giants. 2008. 4 developers, Tom Preston Werner, Chris Wanstrath, PJ Hyatt, and Scott Chacon, launch GitHub from a tiny apartment. Their dream? A frictionless platform where developers collaborate freely. Skeptics scoff. Without VC cash, how will you compete with Google Code or Microsoft? But GitHub relies on open source love and a freemium model. To explode virally, when usage stats leak, millions of repos, Fortune 500 teams on board, investors beg to throw money in. The founders still say no. By 2018, Microsoft buys GitHub for $7.5 billion, cementing its place as the heart of global software development. From code nerds to billionaires without ever bending to VC pressure, these 7 stories share a secret playbook. Profit first, because freedom is priceless. Customer obsession. Solve a burning problem, and marketing becomes word of mouth. Community leverage. Users become your loudest megaphone. Relentless innovation. Product is the ultimate growth hack. And the villains? Venture capital FOMO, short-term growth obsession, and a culture that worships speed over soul. The heroes? Founders who refuse to give up equity, who bet on themselves when the world told them they'd fail. So next time someone says, "You need investors to win," drop these names like a mic. Basecamp, MailChimp, Spanx, Patagonia, GoPro, Tough Mudder, GitHub. Because the future doesn't belong to the loudest pitch deck. It belongs to the quiet builders who outwork, outlast, and outthink the system. This is the Bootstrappers' Rebellion. Will you join it?